Streetwise, Intellect, Productions.
What's happening, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Bubble, where we bring you nothing but Bay Area talent. And I am your host, MistaRye The Realist. And I always appreciate the support, comments, the views, everything you guys are doing to elevate this platform, because we need that. I don't want to start preaching and get out of my routine of what I usually do, but man, I love you guys, man, and this is why we're here right now on camera from a radio show, out of the dust like the Phoenix, you know what I mean? And we just been doing things and keep making it happen, and we love you. I love you. I am MistaRye The Realist. Streetwise Intellect Productions is putting on The Bubble podcast for everybody to see instead of hear now. If you got music, just send it in. Everything is on my IG. Everything is on the podcast episodes. Send it in. I'm not going to get into that right now. Right now, we're doing on-camera interviews. And I am privileged to have one of the artists that you guys have always been hearing me talk about since the beginning of this show. I play her music day in, day out. First couple of shows, I was mispronouncing her name, but we're going to get into that, y'all. But this lady is making moves. This is why I got her in here. You know, this show is about being an influence to those who are aspiring to be rappers, singers, do something in this music. This platform is to show you guys that it's possible, and it's to show you that it's real people out here doing it. So without further ado, this lady has come all the way from Richmond to The Bubble just to talk to us, and I'm not going to be yapping my mouth too much. I am going to introduce Miss Shekinah Keys.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really, really good. Now that you're here, you know,
Good.
it's been hot, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, for sure.
we've been going through a lot of stuff. I appreciate you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I know you're busy, and you busy. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into all of that. And I really do appreciate it.
I will.
Before we start, are there any questions you want to talk about? As far as for me, any questions? Because I know that if everybody, this is not our first encounter. It feels like deja vu to me. It almost feels like the second time, but we're going to treat it like the first time. So I'm kind of giddy because me and her, we cool. We vibe. And y'all going to see that as we get along on the camera here. So let me get into Richmond. Let's go ahead and talk about that. What part of Richmond is it that you claim, not that you from, but that you claim and that you like, okay, this is my part of Richmond. What street? Name the street, the block, everything.
I'm from Central, Second and McDonald.
Second and
Second
McDonald?
and McDonald.
Okay. And then I ain't never really heard nothing about Second and McDonald, but I heard about Central.
I mean, you heard about Central. Hey, you heard. You know what's up.
Is that where you was born? You was born in Richmond? Because I remember our conversation. So I'm only going to ask questions that you know you answered. It was between you and I, but they don't know about it. So
I was born in Oakland. I was staying there until
there you go.
I say third grade. I was on Park and MacArthur. Then I moved to Vallejo, and then I came to Richmond, like up until like fourth grade, my junior year. So I just feel like that's where I was most of my life, my childhood. So where I'm from.
That's where the heart is, right there, right? Okay. All right. Since the last time we talked, right, I see you've been growing your events, your shows.
Yeah.
I see you've been busy. Now I want you to talk about that. Now, as far as all the work you get, look, everybody, she is out here. She gets shows. It's damn near like a show a week. I'm looking at her IG. She got advertisement or a post for a show she doing here and another little party she popping up over here, and I love it. I love it. Do you have management?
I do not. It's me and God. God, my manager.
Okay. Now, I want you to elaborate on what it is that you do as an independent artist to make all of these moves, because I need you to show people and, you know, get into talking about you as far as this is what this show is about. I need you to elaborate and talk about you. So everybody, she's about to tell y'all how she's making these moves, because she don't have no management. You hear me telling y'all she got a damn near a show a week is what I'm seeing. And we talked like 3 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and break it down.
Well, first, giving honor to God. That's first and foremost, because you feel me? Some of the stuff be unexplainable. I can't explain some of the stuff I get, because it ain't me booking for shows. It ain't me, like, reaching out, like, oh, can I book? I ain't never asked nobody to perform nowhere. So
if people are reaching out to you?
You feel me? Yeah. It's like, you know, I'm in the right rooms. You feel me? My name gets spread around. I definitely didn't have one of my peoples, Stunning Man. Shout out to him. He got me one of my first. Too,
the one that's out here now? Okay.
He got me one of my shows. My first show's at Complex. I performed there with no songs out, just straight MP3 files. And that was that. I was like one of my, second or third show? So, hey.
Was that fairly recent?
Oh, no, that was very early in the beginning. I mean,
Name off the year for me.
Shit,
we need to let people know.
I'm gonna say,
you know,
I'm gonna throw one off. 2018. I've been doing music since I was 16. So that's like 7 years now. But consistently, I've been doing it for 2 years. So
2 years.
I'm back in the game, 2 years strong, and we running.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So Stunning Man started you off in your shows. Now,
he didn't start me off. He
okay,
just
there you go.
me.
Correct me. There you go.
I ain't even like
me.
that. Shout out to him though.
Okay.
But you feel me? He got my opportunity. That's all I'm saying.
And then after that,
you know, it was.
As far
I
as
had shows before then. He met me at a show. I was in the city. We both was on the lineup, and he
What
seen
show
me
was that?
perform. I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
I was
that
just
show.
in the city.
Okay.
We was right above a dispensary.
Okay.
But I performed after I got off the stage. He came into me and was like, "It's an opportunity in Complex. You feel me? Yada da. I can get you there. Got me there. So that was one of them. It ain't like you feel me. He got me my show.
He wasn't a super.
Like I said, first giving honor to God. That's him.
Okay. We got that. We got that straight. You know.
Back to your question though. As far as what I do.
Yeah.
I write all my music.
No. As far as the connection,
what?
as far as the connections with the
just the show,
like getting your shows started.
We're
gonna get to all of, you know what I mean. We're gonna get to you writing.
Yeah, word of mouth. We're just gonna say that.
We're gonna be word of mouth.
People, just running my name around.
So as far as like, what platforms were you on? Are you on SoundCloud?
I'm
are you
on
Reverb? Reverb Nation?
I was on Reverb Nation when I first started back in 2017. I was back on there.
How did that work out for you?
It was cool. That situation wasn't the best, but we here now.
Why wasn't it? Well, I mean, you know, can you talk about it?
I can.
Okay.
Without saying too much. You feel me? Shout out to the people I was working with at the time. I ain't gonna
it was a
no
team
name.
that you had. That was putting you.
It was an up and coming label.
Okay.
Local.
Well, don't put the name of the label.
I ain't, not at all.
Okay.
I already said that.
There you
I
go.
ain't saying no names,
there we
but
go.
you feel me?
As far as
it was cool, and we was rocking, we was rolling. You know, when money involved, people get a little funny. It is what it is, and my music was no longer able to be put out on any platforms because of them. So
really,
yeah.
So you got blocked.
They claim my music is theirs. Like I didn't write any of it. Like I didn't sing every song, and
they got copy striked and all of that. So
just for me recording there, that doesn't. I don't feel like that. Really,
that's not. Yeah.
I don't feel like that makes sense legally, but I didn't. I was young. I was like 17, straight out of high school, 18. I ain't really know nothing. And it was like, you know, it was no contact with my parents. It was just me directly. So I was just moving according to me and what I was doing at the time. I was young.
You learning
stones,
as you go.
Yeah.
But see, that's where I want people to see. That's where the strength comes from. You know what I mean? As far as like experiences like that, y'all, teach us a lot. And if you have the strength to keep going, that means that you learned. And I commend you on that, you know, and that's what I want you to, you know, we need to show people that. And that's the point. As far as your work ethic, you know what I mean? And everybody has a work ethic that they learned from their parents, learned from watching grandparents, always going to work, surviving in life. So that's second nature. That's genetic. All right. Now, when you have a work ethic in music, that is different. That is a learned process. That is a learned behavior other than watching somebody around you as you grow up. So as far as your work ethic in music, and I mentioned that earlier, guys, that she's working hard. You know what I mean? And I want to expose that little by little to you guys, and I want to get into how she's doing that. So as far as your work ethic on music, the way you getting down, you know what I mean, show after show and doing all of this music, writing your raps, writing your songs, and you say you don't make your beats, but you was playing around with it before, right?
I was playing around with it in my junior year, high school.
All right. Now, as far as your work ethic, as far as in music, where did you learn that from? Who was your influences to make, you know what I mean?
Music.
In music, not in life, you know, because we're going to get to that as far as where you got your inspiration, but in music.
Off rip, Nicki.
Who is Nicki?
Nicki Minaj. She goes so hard. Music, I could get into it, but business-wise, she owned it. It's way bigger than music. She got clothes, perfume. Like she made sure she wasn't signing nothing until I make sure all my money and everything is aligned. Like she said in the song, $50K for a verse, no album out. Like, huh?
Like where does that
say
come
that
from?
over again? $50K for a verse, no album out. Right. That's wild. Like money, like you feel me?
And
I'm not just doing it for the money.
What she was doing with Wayne on the mixtape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talking
going
about
crazy.
Going dummy.
Like going crazy. Came in the game like on fire. And I just like seeing that when I was in like middle school, I was young watching that and seeing somebody like doing all the avenues. Growing up now, I realized what she was doing then, but she's created lanes.
She has.
For many.
She has.
Many. You cannot say right now in this generation, you a rapper and you ain't listening to Nicki. You can't say that.
Right. Everybody's listening.
Like you can't say that you not influenced.
That's why she's a superstar, right?
Come on.
Yeah. That's player for you to look at the back office while listening to the music, right? You're looking at the back office work of the artist you're listening to. That's big. That takes a whole nother mind. You know what I mean? To be able to do that.
Friends too.
So as far as watching Nicki Minaj, how did you model your like, okay, I'm gonna do what she did, because that's not put into the public domain as far as everything they do. So how did you come up with your options? Like, okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. This works. Let me start doing more of this. How did you know what I mean? How did you develop your process of getting a show every week? Trial
and error. Like, you feel me? Just being, seeing what works and what doesn't work. When I perform, like, okay, like, I don't have to say every single word. Maybe I could just, say some choice words and I have like, you can hear the music, you can hear it. I just got to do my shit for real. Excuse my language.
No, you good. You good. We grown.
Yeah. Okay. So grown. You feel me? Just like trial and error. Like I said, just moving along, seeing like, what I want to work on, watching videos played back and me performing like, well, I don't like when I did that. I could have did that differently. But I can interact with the crowd more. Let me step out into the crowd and get off stage too. Like, you feel me? I don't have to stay up here. Just utilizing, it's just watching people, going to my friends' shows, seeing what they do, and watching record. My friend Tessa, she used to perform a lot. She performing now, but like when I first was starting out.
Is Tessa her stage name?
Tessa Original. Shout out to her.
Tessa Original.
She out of Richmond too, St. Pablo area.
Shout out all the influences. Okay, but
she go crazy.
But when she was performing,
yeah, she used to post a couple of videos. This video in particular, she posted. She performing, and I just love the way she like was. Not just singing up there, she was dancing too, like real entertainment, a show, giving a show. And Beyonce, she shout out to her. She really go crazy when it come to that. You feel me? As far as entertainment, giving like, really a production. But give me a show, I'm paying to see you.
Total package.
Give me something to watch. I don't want you just sitting on stage.
Holding the mic.
In the middle of the stage
words.
just singing.
Yeah.
Like
and you ain't even bobbing to your own music, right?
Like, I can't feel you. You're not feeling you. Clearly.
No. So that's it. That was. I mean, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I knew you was gonna ask that. That's why I was like, let me beat her to it. Let me beat her to it. So, I'm glad you did that. That was a great answer because it leads me into the next question that I got for you. You said Nicki Minaj. All right. Now, take us through a time where you set a standard for yourself, and you didn't meet it in your eyes. Like, you feel short in your eyes to the standards you set. Because we all are hard on ourselves as artists. No doubt. I know I'm hard on myself. I know I come across a lot of artists that be like, nah, I don't even like that, man. But everybody around them talking about, man, that's slap. You know what I mean? So concert, song, something where you had a standard that you wanted to meet. And you feel like, nah, I still to this day, I don't like that.
Okay. I
Do you
had
have one? I know
do.
you got one. Okay.
I definitely do.
All right, break it down for us.
I think I was in San Jose, some like Hype Bar and Grill. That's the name of the place I was at. I don't know what city it's in, but I was there. I always make it a point not to smoke or like engage in any type of substance before I go on stage. And that particular night, I smoked before.
Was it your first
and I
time
forgot,
doing that?
No, but because of past times, I told myself I wouldn't do it. And I had just was like, why not? Did. And I forgot my lyrics on stage. And I also, this was the particular night I decided to not have no like vocals or nothing on the track. So it was really all me, like no nothing.
Yeah, no nothing. It's just
so
straight.
It was really all me. And for me to mess myself up like that, I was like, you feel me? I played it off. Nobody knew, and I knew nobody knew, but it was just me. I knew. I'm like,
in your head,
never
you was like, I messed up right there.
Like, and really never again. Don't you ever.
Yeah. I mean, did you find it at a point in time on that stage doing that performance, like, damn, that was hard work.
Yes, and I like
that was hard work.
Literally on stage, making all type of faces, like,
yeah,
like
And you say nobody knew it though.
Nobody knew. I'm definitely gonna play it off. They was vibing, but in my head, I'm like, bro, never again. You tripping? Like, why did you do that?
I mean, is there like another time that you said? Because that right there, that's like a stage. That's like a That's like a stage horror. I'm talking more so like you made a song and it came out, and then everybody that you play it for, they like it. You know what I mean? They say it's good, but then you like, you keep nitpicking it. You like, nah, that's I could do better on that ad lib or.
Nah, I don't really show people my songs unless I rock with them. So no, honestly.
Really?
I'm not showing nobody a song if I don't really feel like I like. I'm just showing it for confirmation. Really, I rock with it anyways. I never had a moment like that.
Oh, okay. That's very rare, but I respect that. I respect that. Now, you already broke down my next question here. I was going to talk about a musical influence. Do you have any other musical influences?
Sure.
Okay. Now, I want you to break down why they're an influence to you.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
All right. I'm going to start with Mozzie. I like him because
I like Mozzie too.
He's so authentic. That's what the vulnerability. He don't mind telling you he did crack. Like he don't mind, because hey, what? Who gonna tell my story better than me?
Right.
So, and the Barbie too. She do the same thing. Like shout out to her, North Richmond. But
shout out to North Richmond. Yeah. Say it again.
I said it, North. I said it. It heard me.
Hey, you gotta be from the Bay Area to even catch that. Y'all. I'm not even gonna lie.
No disrespect.
It's never no disrespect. It is what it is, and I want that to come out. I need people to see that. All right, that's what platform this is. I mean, if y'all listen to the past episodes that I done put out, I haven't 86 like radio edits, but I'm not tripping on radio edits no more. So I need them to see this authenticity coming out of you right here while we face to face and on camera. All right. So you said the Barbie, North Richmond. Who else?
Who else? J. Cole. I just love his delivery. You know how to really paint a picture.
How does he influence you as far as like?
He knows how to paint a picture. He you can listen to a song and picture the video right then and there. Like he's literally painting a picture with his words. And I definitely do my best to do that. I did poetry before music, so I feel like that's where my pen game comes from.
Was it like book poetry or spoken word or both?
I wasn't too big on I ain't ever performed and did spoken word before, but definitely just writing it, just involved in that way.
I can hear it. I can hear it in the way you be penning your songs. I hear it because you on point with the count. Now while we're on that subject, did anybody teach you how to like count bars, or are you just like one of those like people that can do it by ear and you learned by ear and it's just natural?
No, shout out the first people I was talking about that I no longer work with. One of the people on that team, he definitely played a big part in me just learning that alone. Another person, Luigi from Legacy Studios, he had a big part in who I am today anyways, just as an artist, but just knowing how to talk in the studio, can we harmonize this way, and even Vidal too. He out of Vallejo. He helped me on the harmonies for sure. But bar counting and, just be able to communicate what I want done in the studio.
That's what
them two for sure.
Yeah.
Luigi, Legacy Studios, and Vidal Garcia.
Yeah. So the bar counting, I hear you got it down. Now, how long did it take you to get it like down packed, even with them showing you? Because bar counting, guys, is very important if you're an artist. You need to learn about that. You know, count your bars so you can explain to your engineer, producer, or whoever. Be like, all right, punch me in on 2 bars in, or ad libs on the 3rd bar. You know what I mean? Something like that. So bars are very important. How long did it take you to learn that?
I'm really you feel me? You show me one time type of person, like I'll get it. Like that's why I asked him. I was like, let me watch you, so I can know if I do need it adjusted, I'll do it myself. Like I see you do it one time, or you tell me one time, I'll get it. So yeah.
So a few times in the studio,
yeah,
you
a couple times in the studio. That session, I'll say that session, I got it.
That session.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what's up. Now you spoke on Luigi last time we were in the interview. But I want you to touch on him now because you really spoke heartfully about yeah. So go ahead and shout him out, just him, as far as how he just influenced you to be this person that's in front of us right now that be making amazing music, man. People on IG, y'all keep sending me comments like, who is this? I'm tagging and mentioning every artist, y'all, and I love it. Please continue to contact me, but contact her. She right here, and this is what I'm doing the platform for. I tag and I mention every artist I put out there. But your post, you be lighting it on fire. It's like I put it out there, you know what I mean? And people just back to back to back. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? People hitting me like 2 weeks, you know what I mean? So break down how Luigi influenced you to be this person that we have in front of us making this beautiful music.
All right. Well, unfortunately, after that situation with the that label, I stopped making music for like a year and a half for real. And I just couldn't shake it though. I was still writing music. I wasn't recording nothing, but I just was still writing songs here and there, or starting songs, never finishing them. Like I just was in a slump for real. Start reaching out to people around me. I'm like, where can I go? Like, you know, what they charging, what they talking about. I tapped in with Lil D Mac. He out of Richmond too. Okay. He told me about Lil. I'm like, all right, let me tap in with him. I tapped in with him. The price sounded like, you know, in my budget. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go. He seemed cool. I don't know though, but like, you know, I definitely came there skeptical as I don't know what. Cause I'm like,
we all
you know,
are. We spending our money.
I was done for like 2 years for real.
Yeah, we spending our money, and we kind of like, I want this, I want that. But
like I wanted, like, you know, you really gonna do me cool,
right?
Like, or you know, you gonna have my back for real,
or you just trying to wiggle,
or
on
what?
me?
You just want some money, like. So you know, I went. We recorded my first song. Well, to me, my first song, "Love You Mary," and we was just up from there. Like that was just, I recorded a bunch of music with him. We probably could have dropped a project. We didn't though, but we could have dropped one for sure.
Now, is it because that first encounter, he kind of like, come on, this is what's up. This is what we're gonna do. This is what's up. Is that
he was patient with me? And I was in there, not to cut you off.
Yeah, no. Speak on it.
I was in there trying to rush, like, you know, trying to sing it fast, and I'm like, I didn't know nothing. I just was like kind of excited to be there, but wanted to leave because I'm like, I don't know, like, is you gonna like it?
It's nerves.
It was just a bunch going on. Yeah. So I'm like, you know, he just was like, you know, we get. It was something I said in the song, and he literally used my lyric to calm me down. He was like, we can take our time. It's okay.
Damn,
like,
I know that. Relax. I know that hit you like, oh definitely. I was God,
like, okay.
Somebody in here listening to what I'm writing. He listening.
Yeah,
right.
Like, I was like, okay, cool. I can breathe. And it was just me and him in there. Like, I don't really like too many people, and that's what I was that's that setting I was used to, and I had to get used to it. But I prefer just me and the engineer. I don't really like a bunch of noise. Off top.
You can't concentrate, man. Yeah, because everybody be talking about, oh, that's tight. That was tight. Right, like, man, I ain't done yet. I
didn't even ask.
Yeah, I mean, all of that, right? I ain't even asked, and I ain't even done yet. Let me get to the end.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Let me ask if you feel me, how y'all feel about it. Yeah. But, you know.
That's what's
shout
up.
Shout out to him.
That's what's
for
up.
Sure. Like, in this musical thing, that's my musical father for sure.
Luigi from Legacy Studio.
Yes.
Is he still there?
Yes.
Shout out Luigi, man. Shout out Luigi, man. I'm gonna shout you out. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. You
Mafia.
This is like a real prodigy right here, and you had an influence in that. And she's shouting you out, bro. That's what's up. So, and
I get it tatted on me.
That's what's up. Yeah. See, I love seeing that passion. You know what I mean? From people that's working hard, I need to see that. That what made you do this? How you know what I mean? And what influenced you? You know what I mean? So anyway, we're gonna move on to the next question. Now, I am an artist, so I'm asking you questions as an artist, right? So do you sometimes put like the persona of those that you named off that influence you into your mind frame while you writing? Not like you trying to write like them, but do you put like, okay, what would they say here? How would they put this? What kind of charisma or swag would they put right here? Do you sometimes do that?
Not with other people, like, you know, how would they say it, but just how could I say it differently to get what I have to say across in a better way.
Right, but it'll be an influence, you know, like Nicki Minaj, for instance, how she just says her thing and it's just the mannerism.
Oh yeah.
Would that get into your mind frame? Like, all right, I'm gonna speak like me. Of course, I'm gonna say my words, but you know what I mean. How would they say it? Okay, let me write that. Does that kind of influence a little bit of how you write?
My writing style. Okay, I'll say this with Nicki. I seen it on a documentary. Like she literally, I'm getting used to just writing down what I'm saying. That's what she does. I've noticed like a lot. She'll just say something and make sure she write that down. Like don't even think twice about it. Like that's what came out. Put it down. If you want to change it later, that's cool. But put that down. You're gonna forget it. So I'll say that as far as like influence on my writing style.
No, okay, I get that. That's cool. That is the answer to the question. But as far as, let me elaborate on my question here. As far as like, all right, you writing. I'm not gonna name off any songs yet. You writing off. You just writing a song. You just sitting and you just writing, right? And you come to a point where it's like, all right. Sometimes we get writer's block. Sometimes we trying to think of a line that's gonna go with that line. Me as an artist, sometimes I will not channel, because I hate using that word, channel somebody. I don't do that. But as far as like, I'll like, okay, what would Blase say here? How would he say it? Has he said something that has influenced me? You know what I mean? And then be like, all right, let me think some more on this, and then come up with something. So it's not like I'm thinking what they'll say. It's just more so it's like I'm letting them in. You know, it's hard to say without trying to get all weird, talking about channeling all the energy and stuff. You know what I mean?
But for sure. I feel that.
Have you ever had a moment like that to where you reach the point it's like, what would she say? How would she say this?
Yeah, it's a rapper. Rest in peace to her. She out of Minnesota, Lexiala J. It's been a couple songs where like, you know, it's kind of been similar, the topic. So I'll stop writing if I'm thinking too hard, and I'll listen to whatever song that, you know, was similar and just kind of catch her vibe. Like, okay,
that's what I'm talking about.
I could say that. Like, not exactly, but you know, I got her perspective on it. I could put her perspective along with mine in here. So, yeah.
Okay. So was Lexiala J?
Lexiala J.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of what was
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Rest in peace to my angel.
Okay. Did you perform over there with her or something?
Nah, she was just really like real close with her, like, you know, fans, if you want to call them. She just was real connected. Like, I didn't spoke on FaceTime with her a couple of times. Like, she was just cool. She would put her number on Twitter, like, just like it, I'll call you. But like you know, she recognized me. Like, we was like liking each other's tweets. So like, we was a lot of her music. We was like the same age when she was writing them. She would say she was 19. Like, I was 19 at the time listening to it. Yeah. So
y'all was vibing,
she was cool,
and relating.
Feel me? We was, I don't say like, I could put like we was best friends, but you feel me? She definitely spoke to me a couple times. She was real connected with her fans for sure. Okay.
Well, that's what's up. I love hearing artists give out the love to people that is no longer with us. Rest in peace, man. Lexiala J. Yes. Right. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Now, tell us about these shows you got going on. Y'all heard me in the beginning of the show talk about all these shows. I go through her IG since, you know what I mean, she sent me her music weeks ago. So I stay periodically going through her IG, and I go through her IG and I see show after event, and I'm loving it. So tell us about some of these past shows. Tell me about the show that I saw where you was wearing the colorful hair and the dancers was around you. I want to talk about it. Or I saw one, like y'all was voguing, I guess. Y'all was voguing. You had the colorful hair and the dress.
This past weekend?
I don't know when it was. It was a recent post though. That's what I do know.
I had a recent show on Friday.
Where was that at? Tell us about that.
Oh, yeah, I opened up for Allie Cocaine. Shout out to her.
Oh, okay.
That was a dope opportunity.
Yeah. I was hearing about that.
She's a networking queen. Love her. Like a real mama for real. She dope. But anyways, I opened up for her. That was real dope. I was real excited for that show. Like, where was it at? It was she partnered with Pimpin' Chicken. Shout out to them. I can give the address. It wasn't like a name of the little venue. Oakland. I said Oakland.
Oh. Maybe I wasn't listening.
It's all good.
Sorry, y'all. You know what I mean? But go ahead. You did say it. Alley Cocaine, Oakland. You did say that.
Yeah. That was cool. That was real dope. That experience was real nice. The lineup was nice. It was all females. And we rocked it.
Mm-hmm.
We rocked it.
And that was when?
Friday. This past Friday.
This past Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, when we had an interview, you had a show set up. I think that was 4/24 something. We did that. What about that show? How did that show?
I think it was the Holy Names one, maybe. I'm not sure.
See, that's what I like. She can't even remember her shows, man. That's what's up. That is what's up. That's what I'm talking about. But okay, talk about the Holy Name show then.
That was lit. That was it was not the last BSU annual performance or whatever, but the president, that was her last year. Shout out to Leah. Love her. Shout out to her graduating. Congrats. But yeah, that was her last. That was just gonna be like her last show being the president of the BSU. So we definitely had to rock that out for her. That was fun though, for sure.
How'd you line that up?
She connected with me, like, it was like I said, it's an annual show, so I think that was like my third time performing.
Oh, so you've been there before?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right, I'm just trying to dig it,
all good.
trying to dig in and see, make you elaborate a little bit more. Like, oh yeah, I did
for
this.
Sure.
I called this.
Yeah, that was lit. I think that was my third time or my third year performing with her and her the event BSU.
BSU. So, now, what does that stand for?
Black Student Union.
Okay, just put it out. I want you to
It's
put
all
it out.
good.
A lot of people don't understand these terminologies,
okay.
right? That's what's up. Okay, so it looks like you up to a show a week. What are we talking about? Is it a show a week, or is that what you're thriving to be too?
Thriving to be. I'm sure that's, I understand. This past weekend was a lot, so I know that's what it looked like. But we definitely hoping for that, for sure. This past weekend was a lot. It's my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
So you feel me? We turned that up.
I was gonna get into that in the beginning, but I'm glad you leading in. See, you doing beautifully, man. You leading into everything. You making this flow. But go ahead. This last weekend, what else? What else happened? Sunday
I had a show, or last night. No, that was Sunday. My days is like, I'm telling you, it's been a lot this weekend.
That's what's called work.
Sunday was my show in Richmond. That was my first time performing in my city. That was so fun. Shout out Jay Voice. He also on one of my tracks that's gonna be on my album, but whatever.
Okay.
He dope. He's such a dope singer. Like, if I had to compare anybody, it would be Tank. Like, he sound like him.
His name is what?
His name is Jay Voice. Shout out to him.
Jay Voice.
He out of Richmond too.
Okay. All right. I had an artist in here, Young Rich Harlem. He was shouting you out too. He was like, oh yeah, young girl, story that you be playing on the radio, Shekinah. I was like, oh yeah. He was like, yeah, she, Richmond lit, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, when you get a chance to look at the interview, look at his, because he was bigging you up.
Thank you.
Now, albums, songs, projects. Let me know what we got coming out.
I have a project I'm working on, Mona Lisa. I anticipate that to be done this year. If not, I'll let you know. But it's wrapping up though. I don't got too much left to do on it. So that's what I'm saying. I anticipate that to be done this year.
How many tracks on it?
I'm thinking at most 10, 8 to 10.
Okay.
No less than 8.
No less than 8.
No less than 8. That number mean a little something.
Okay. What does it mean? Tell me.
It means new beginnings. 7 means completion. Like, like in the Bible, it took 7 days to create God. Well, God created the world in 7 days.
Okay.
8th day he rested. New beginnings. So I want that project to just symbolize, look, this is me. And from here on out, we up. Like, been up, but we gonna keep it going.
Right. So with that being said, are you more of an album artist, EP artist, or singles artist?
I started off as just a single artist. Like, I didn't know how to put a project together, do anything like that. I just wanted to put stuff out there so I could get a reaction, just to see what was going on. I love videos, so that's more my thing. I think I like that more. I direct on my videos too, so visually, that's where I like to get into more.
Okay, so you started off more like a singles, but what would you call yourself now? More of an EP or an album?
This right here is an album, but I just wanted to solidify me as an artist with this one. But
Meet You. So is this the first album?
Technically, it's not the first project.
Right, it's not.
It's not.
Okay,
but
so tell people about the first one then.
Okay, with the people that I was working with, the label.
Okay.
I had a project out. It was called Next Up. And them songs are so dope. There was some real R&B for y'all. That's when I was really in my R&B bag. I ventured out into stuff now, so I do more than just R&B. But that's when I was really singing. And sucks that y'all never got to hear it. I was performing them songs though. Like I said, I was going around performing songs, just MP3 files. I ain't have not one song out because I couldn't post it. So I gave y'all what I could.
So that was technically the first project.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like 2017. I dropped it New Year's going into 2018.
Is there any platform that anybody could go find and just find like one song?
You might be able to.
Because you know I'm gonna go look and I might dig it up.
You look on SoundCloud, you might be able to find something. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck. Especially without the name, y'all. We ain't putting the name out there.
Because I definitely wasn't even, you feel me? I wasn't going by Shekinah Keys then. I think I was going by She Keys. I was trying to figure it out. Like,
yeah,
how
you said
her,
that last time.
How her got the her thing. I was trying to do she. It
didn't work.
No, Shekinah Keys. My name is unique enough, and it got a meaning to it. So, we're gonna stick by that.
Right. So as far as us being artists, right? I know that we write our songs. We start out it's like I'm writing this song or I'm rapping this song for me to listen to, because I ain't putting it out. I'm too shy. You know what I mean? But I see that you've gotten past a little bit your shyness. How did you do that? How did you do that? How did you get past, like, I'm only making this for me to hear? This is what I make. This is what I do here.
I had to force myself to get comfortable with it. I used to airdrop my music to people on BART. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. There's plenty of people that didn't came up to me like, now, President Dave, like, I met you on BART. You were like, show me your music. I'm like, I believe you. Yeah. That was years ago, but I believe you because I definitely was doing it. I airdrop it until somebody would accept it. I'm not playing. And I'll look around and see who was denying it. Who on their phone denying me.
Like, boom.
And I do it until, like, you going to accept this.
Okay. So you kind of had to work your way up into building that courage up.
Start that conversation. Because I'm like, how are people going to know me? So I'm like, I'm constantly on BART. I'm like, I'll stop somebody, they listening to music. I'm like, hey, what you listening to? I think you like my music. Turn me on.
Turn this on. Let me put this on.
Just let me know. So that was my way. Like, my music was my way of connecting with people. So I'm only comfortable with people now because of my music. I feel like I am the person I am because of my music. I for sure wouldn't be here. Right. So, hey.
All right. So with that being said, I want you to look at the camera. This is your camera over here.
Right here?
Yeah. I want you to look at the camera and tell your fans, your subscribers, your followers why it is you make music for them, because we make music for our fans now. After people start listening to our music, you know what I mean, and they like it, it's no longer for me. It's for the fans and the people that's following me and supporting me. Look at the camera and let the people know why you make music for them.
I make music for y'all so y'all can have someone that is close in age. If not, someone that you can look up to and that is doing their thing if you want to do it. And if you don't want to do what I do, just you can see someone that's like you, especially females, black women. It's someone out here doing what you want to do or speaking up for you if you need a voice. Because I definitely speak on domestic violence. I speak on all type of things like suicide because I've been there. I know what it feels like. So I definitely want to make sure y'all feel like y'all heard too. All women, but black women. So
that's what's up. And I wasn't trying to say no and all that. I was just let you talk. And you did a beautiful job.
For sure.
I appreciate you coming out. You did a beautiful job. But I'm going to give you 1 minute to break down your merch projects you got coming out, anywhere that they can come find some more about you. Okay. Break it down.
I'm on all platforms with it. You can ask your girl Alexa to play me. She going to play me for you. Project coming soon, like I said, hopefully this year. I got merch for my song Say Less. You can type in on that. I don't got nothing on hand with me. We sold out, but hey.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Anything else? Any other shouts? I mean, where you got shows coming up? You got another show coming up?
I do not, but I have another interview this Saturday. So
okay, go ahead and
shout out to Bands and Weed. Okay, we're gonna be rocking with you.
Yeah. But this is not a hater show. We want to shout out everything. So again, y'all, this is Shekinah Keys, man, coming up out of Richmond. Y'all better get on her line because she raw. All right. I don't want to be like, oh, I discovered her because I didn't. But I'm discovering stars in the Bay, and I'm accumulating that on this show. So that's what this show is about. Please continue to subscribe. I couldn't do nothing without y'all subscribing or following or liking, commenting. Just continue to do that, guys. I love you guys for doing that, man. This is MistaRye The Realist. I will always have somebody super talented in the bubble to talk to us, talk to you, and kind of inspire you to do something, because that's what this show is about. This has been another on-camera interview at the Bubble.
Shout out the platform.
Thank you.
For sure. Yeah.
Thank you. As far as the Bubble, we have been in connection with Fame Media, and I cannot do this on-camera thing without my man S.
Right, shout out to
So, with that being said, I want everybody to have a great, wonderful rest of the week and tune in next week. I'm not going to say who I'm going to have, but we're going to be at it again next week. All right. This has been the Bubble Podcast. Check y'all later. Thank you.
Streetwise Intellect Production.